think it's brazy to then have a mentor who's younger than you.
Yeah.
Why?
Bro, I've never seen my mum be like this ever. Ever. So, I'm doing exercise because I'm falling asleep in the job that God gave me. Like, fam, like,
I'm talking about Black Panthers and you're talking about Tupac Shakur.
That's you
I'm
you
talking
now.
about Black
you
Panther.
goats, bro. What are you talking about?
Yo people, it's your way Sam Sinko.
Yo, stacking on a known.
Yo, this is Capo. You're now locked in. To Still Changing podcast.
Go around that up. I was even at Pivot Slyly. Yeah, I was at that pool party like a couple weeks ago. I think I mentioned to you, man, innit?
Oh yeah.
But on my like family friends or my uncle anyway, but friend of the family sort of thing. And like, I don't know. Do you man know what university your parents went to?
It was somewhere in London still.
Is it? So they didn't go anywhere in Nige?
I think my dad, I'm not sure if my dad went to uni in Nige, but I know he got a degree in London for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I know for sure, but I don't know. I don't remember the Nige one still.
Oh, fairs. Nah, bro. I've never seen uncles and aunties react like that in my life. Like, the amount that they have college pride. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I think, obviously, my parents went to Ife, innit? Bro, I've never seen my mum be like this ever.
Yeah.
So like, I think someone's giving a speech now and they have this thing where they're like, oh, like, great Ife. Then everyone go, great. Bro, my mum was sitting next to me. Great. I said, bro, I've never seen my mum act like this. My dad is, bro, it was so jokes. Like, because I don't know. I feel like UK is just different. Like, we don't really have that the way like I thought Nige does or the US does. Yeah. You know, US is college pride. You get what I'm gonna say? But hey, it's just like I wouldn't work in it like.
But that's that fraternity thing that we were talking about though. When it comes to the US though, do you get what I'm saying?
But even then though, like you've heard of like like so and so alumni or whatever. Like they if you went to their uni, it's like you're tied in already. Regardless, fraternity just makes it deeper. To your point, but like I'm not gonna like proper compete or compare my uni to someone else's like that because I went work and you went like, all right, cool, we're both Russell Group or we both went uni, do you know what I mean?
So like that's it,
bro.
I think Cambridge and Oxford might have that though.
Yeah, probably. And I think that's probably where I think maybe just because their history as well. Yeah, it's a bit more like that, but. Bro, like that Great Ife thing was too.
Man said she stood up like a soldier.
Bro, because that's their thing, and they were running up bears. Like they even have a joke where it's like, they'll be like, there's only 2 universities in Nigeria, Ife and the others. Fam, everyone was busting up. Like obviously you see the answers that didn't go there. Just, do you know what I mean? Like, it was jokes, man. Actually, 2 jokes.
Nah, but I think. Do you remember I was telling you about that I don't even know if it's a basketball podcast or whatever. Yeah. The one they interviewed Shaq O'Neal one time. They interviewed I think they interviewed Stephen A. Smith as well before. There's like 3 brothers, one has a dread, one has a pair of dreads, one said a pair of dreads, a head of dreads, whatever.
A dread.
But what's it called? Shaq was talking, and he was like, bro, like, so his dad was like to him, what did his dad say? So when you I think it was his stepdad, so he didn't have his real dad, but like it was basically his dad. When he was growing up doing basketball and stuff, he was so good, but every time he had a trophy or he won something, the dad would take it and be like, yeah, that's cool, but on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. And I was deep in, I get it. That starts up hunger, like you want more, but it made me deep, like to what extent, like where's the satisfaction in these kind of things? Car, I'm deep in it, like it's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing because you're never satisfied. And if you're never satisfied, will you ever actually be happy? Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And I don't know. I feel like it's a bit wild, but do you think like that can sometimes play into like different avenues of life as well? Like when it even comes to even stuff like your partner, do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I hear you. You can never be satisfied like that as well, because it's like, fam, I don't know, like it's kind of techie, but it was just a thought. Like, do you think that can also play in that avenue as well?
Well, what do you like? You need to give an example, like
So in the partner thing specifically,
like as in, so let's say I don't know, like you're young, but you're always just looking for the next one. Do you get what I'm saying? You're never ready to kind of like settle down. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's always like, fam, there's no, oh yeah, I've got her, but can't lie, like only for a short period of time because I want the next.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I feel like people always talk about like burnout and stuff like that when you're just doing bears or whatever. But I think as well, burnout can come through what you've mentioned in terms of like you're cool, things have been going so well, but you haven't taken time to just appreciate or to actually look back, quote unquote, it's quite cliche, whatever. But do you know what I mean? To actually be like, raw, like I'm actually doing very well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so even like when I got my job the other day, yeah.
Praise God.
Come on.
All the time. All the time. When I got my job the other day, yeah. Remember I told you, man, that like, I had to actually like bring myself to the GC and be like, yo, you man, this is actually kind of good. Do you know what I mean?
100.
Because it was always looking likely, cool, it was on the cards, but when it happened, it was just like, finally. Do you know what I mean? But I was actually like, raw, this is actually pretty good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm actually quite happy, but you know what I mean? But if I hadn't done that, I feel like it could got to a stage where I'm just like, cool, I've got it. Cool, how many years for promotion? From there, how many years for like, but sitting back, like, do you know what I mean? I'll go to work these days or I'm coming back and I'm thinking, raw, like, I'm actually in, like, I'm living a testimony. Do you know what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
this is actually what I prayed for, is what I worked for. So I feel like, with that as well, on that side of things, I 100% hear what you're saying. Like, burnout, success is good, but I feel like appreciating it is even better. Do you know what I mean?
I think just in general, it's like obviously there's this saying like it's not always about the destination. You got to enjoy the journey and the company is more important, because it's like, fam, like how can you get blessings? How can you be getting all these successes and you don't enjoy it? It just makes everything else just more like just tiring. Do you get what I'm saying? So by the time you do get to your perceived destination, you're already trained to like, okay, what's next? You'll never ever be satisfied, and you're not enjoying it in the first place. So I feel like it's really, really key to tap into whenever you're doing well, sit down and be like, yeah, man, I'm doing this. Do you know what I mean? Because it just takes the enjoyment out of it if you don't. So
and I think to the partner point as well, like I think it's kind of like self-explanatory anyway, what you mentioned in terms of like always wanting someone new. Do you know what I mean? Like if one of you man told me that like you were in like three month talking stages in a year, I'd be a bit like, what? Do you know what I mean? For 9 months you spoke to 3 different girls, like intentionally, like, and you was like, oh. And that's not to say that things you can't jump in and out or whatever, but it shouldn't be, particularly if it was kind of something trivial or whatever, I'd be thinking, right, like, bro, what's kind of going on? Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, it's kind of self-explanatory that, I feel like if you're jumping in and out bears, like maybe it's a thing to reflect on. But I thought deeper than that, or maybe more interestingly, like maybe it could also be a thing of your expectations of your partner. Do you know what I mean? Because if even for yourself, if you have that mindset of on to the next, how are you gonna appreciate other people as well? Do you know what I mean? Or what they're doing? Or okay, cool. Not to like, sometimes it's also good to congratulate others. Like, bro,
yes, 100%.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, actually see what you're doing here, even if you didn't come and show me. Like, bro, I'll be real. This is actually really good. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So I think that can have a part to play in it as well, to be fair.
But I think I was gonna kind of add in a sense of excuse me, like, bro, so cool, let's say how even Akin was describing it, like a journey, if we deep it, like there's nothing wrong with taking, as we kind of said, a couple pit stops to actually soak in the victories. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, I think we've said it before. We just don't do it enough. Yeah. And I definitely got to, like, sometimes, because if you deep it, like, sometimes even at work, like, sometimes I'll actually be like, God, like, even when it gets long, I'll actually be like, God, I can't lie, like, this is long, but thank you, because it's like this is something that I shouted you, because like, bruv, I'll pray to you about it. You answered it. Exactly. But now I'm thinking about the next job, when, like, and I feel like even as Christians, like, there just needs, or just in general, there needs to be more appreciation.
100%.
Whole bunch of answered prayers, bro.
Have you seen that video of the brother that's doing star jumps, and he's just like, oh, like I'm doing exercise because I'm I'm falling asleep in the job that God gave me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
'Cause it's
yeah.
like, fam, like certain times you have to be like, listen, I'm doing a crap job at work. But God actually gave me this job. Listen, bro, I need to talk to myself and get it cracking because like that's a bio as well. If you really deeper, like, you know what I'm saying? If you probably help someone out, even on a basic level, like if I like helped you out with something, like I went to go and link this person with that person, whatever, and we brought you now somewhere, you're on a great platform, whatever. And you're just moving shoddy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm really thinking raw, like I'll be less inclined, or well, maybe not less inclined, but no, actually keeping it real. Yeah, I just might be like, fam, I did that.
Next time,
do you
yeah.
get what I'm trying to say? Like, bro, do you know what I'm saying? So thank God that at least God isn't like that, but let's at least also show that, do you know what I'm trying to say?
That appreciation.
Through how you actually moving with it, fam. But
You're now locked in to Still Changing Podcast.
yeah, as guys specifically, yeah, I feel like that whole thing you mentioned in terms of succeeding, that whole thing you mentioned about succeeding and not like soaking in as well. I feel like I was deep in it as well, yeah. Even though to an extent we kind of spoke about the whole soft life aspect of things and how like it's not necessarily always going to be like that in Christianity or whatever as well. But I feel like as guys, like I don't know if we also I don't know. I feel like generally I don't think there's enough going on or enough being said about guys also wanting soft life, you know what I'm saying? Because we should have it, do you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's more time just girls saying it or people saying that guys should be the ones providing it for girls. But it's like, fam, there's also soft life for us, you know what I'm trying to say, in terms of just enjoying life, that enjoyment, like and I was interested to see, yeah, cool, what do you, man, what's your like not only sort of self-care, but like how do you actually take time to enjoy it? Do you know what I mean? On a practical level.
You know.
How do I take time to enjoy? I'm gonna be real, like I think it's actually just quality time with like in terms, I think that's one of my,
with who?
like with Akin and stuff.
You're my man, bro.
With Akin and my other friends, innit?
Joke, man.
I'm joking, yeah, with people that I find dear to me, do you get what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, bro.
It's just stop, because I'll take off your hat, bro. But yeah, I think that's one of my that's how I kind of rest, you get what I'm saying? Because then it's like, cool, it takes you away momentarily from the hardships of life or what you may think is a hardship of life, and it just allows you to just enjoy it, because you know when you're out or when you're in the presence of others and stuff like that, it's not necessarily about what's going on in the back of your mind or whatever. It's what's happening here and now. And that's why like I kept on saying like I'm trying to work on being more present in terms of not being on my phone as much, because that allows me to now enjoy the times, you get what I'm saying? So that's therefore one of the things that I'm like, no, slightly.
Oh, that's nice, man. What you reckon?
Like in terms of I feel like I'm still learning, you know, because obviously it's nice to be around the man or whatever, sometimes just bake or whatever, but sometimes when you're by yourself and you just want to chill or whatever, it's mad that you say it, because I was even thinking, like what do I actually like doing when it's time to, do you know what I mean? So it's like
even if you get questions on that, like what do you like doing? Like, what's your hobby?
Exactly.
You might be there for a while thinking,
yeah, because
I feel like I think I've been actually go on.
No, because it's not like every day. The man them out. Everyone's doing their own thing. So while everyone's doing their own thing and it's your time to chill, like you've done your thing, you're cool. What do you like to do?
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes it's hard for I won't speak for the man, but it's hard for me to actually explain that sometimes. But I do have my interests and stuff. But I feel like I'm actually, don't want to use the word intentional, but this time in my life I'm actually trying to figure out what do I actually like doing, what's my interest, like, do you know what I mean? So
but like, how do you also, what do you do to like take care of yourself as well? Do you know what I'm saying? To nice yourself.
It's true. I don't think I nice myself enough, bro.
So,
do you know what I mean? But like, I don't know, you know. I feel like I like chill days a lot.
Yeah.
Just chilling, like. But it's like I'm saying, like I don't know. I'm still learning.
No,
do you know what I mean?
I hear it. I feel like when I was thinking of it, I was thinking even small things like just getting a trim, man. Do you know what I mean? Like that can actually. Like the way that can change your day is actually crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like just having a
smile on your face,
bro.
Skin clears up a
little.
bit.
That thing, somebody needs to write a dissertation on that. Please, if somebody does that, please at us today, because that is a science.
Yeah, you get trim, everything changes, bro.
Everything changes. Things just clear up. Pimples stop pimples.
You're just glowing. You see, like Moses in the burning.
Honestly, bro. Even was it Abraham that came down from the mountain after speaking to God, his face was shining.
That's what I'm trying to say, fam.
Bro.
Are you sure it wasn't Moses, bro? It's Moses.
That's
what I was referring to. Yeah.
God bless you.
But yeah,
my face was shining, bro. Nah, that thing is a science to it. I swear, like it's just fantastic. Everything is just glowing, like. Fam.
I don't. Yeah, nah, man. I don't know, but yeah, nah, cool. Where is it? That's why even, bro. I can't lie, man. I'm gonna start taking myself out to this bar, to this.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm showing you.
I need to get some. Like, I need to get some
pedicure,
manicure, like some treatment. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because, fam, that's really like taking care of yourself. I feel like we just don't do it enough as guys.
Yeah.
Maybe because we've just always learned our role is to provide for others. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, in the same way, like, I don't know where it was that we were talking about the scripture, yeah, but you know where it said in the Bible, it speaks about Jesus speaking about, you know, loving others as you love yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot miss that extra that end part.
Thank you.
Because if you don't know how to love yourself, you can't fully or efficiently, you know what I'm saying, completely love somebody else. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, what are you doing to nourish yourself? Because then you're not, cool. You'll not have that thought to bring somebody else in. But if, you know what I'm saying, think about yourself as well. Like, and even these things, I was deep in it as well. Bro, like, let's not also have the pride sometimes not to ask girls, alright, cool, like, what's this, what's that? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because, like, even things like...
wait, what's this, what's that in the sense of what?
Like, just nourishing yourself on certain things, or self-care, for example. So, like, I remember for a while, I had... My face was always very clear. Do you know what I never really had problems with my face. People thought, how do you... Whatever. Bro, whatever soap is there, that's you know what I'm trying to say. But, like, end of second year, summer year, it's got one spot here, one spot here, bow! Nah, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, bro. I had to do some market research. You know me, like, I had to go out to a couple of girls, like, alright, cool. So, like, what's the pattern with this exfoliator, all that kind of skincare routine, whatever in it. Some recommend me something, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like certain things like that, small, just asking female brethren or whatever as well. Like, certain times it's a wisdom thing as well. You know what I'm trying to say, like, brother.
So, I kind of think that kind of almost leads to the question, like, do you know right now, like, how you love yourself? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, do you think, like, in all honesty, like, you know how you love yourself? Do you get?
What do you mean by that?
So, do you know how to, what's it called? Take care of yourself. Do you know how, are you able to even spend quality time with yourself? Are you able to?
That's something man's learning.
That one day, I'm learning it and it's been great. Like,
enjoying by yourself.
Honestly, sometimes you just need to be able to, like, you can't be. Let me not say that to that extent or that extreme, but I think you should be very, very comfortable by yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? You should be very comfortable alone, because, like, and the thing is, it's weird, and as even touching on the uni episode as well. Uni can almost take that away because you're with people a lot. When you aren't 100%, with people, you're not cool. Where's the man? Who's here? Or, do you know what I'm trying to say? Whereas certain men who are actually irate sometimes at uni, like, fam, they were very, very cool by themselves. It wasn't always even Akin, for example, like, it wasn't always that. I'm like, from what it seemed, you looked mad calm as well by yourself. Like, it wasn't a thing where you had to be around man. Do you know what I'm saying? But for me, not necessarily that I was the opposite, but I was very much like, I'm around. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Or I'm with people a lot, and so when I now came away from uni, it was like I probably had to learn that for myself and just begin to enjoy it. And it's not like something I'll necessarily put on paper and say, I did X, X, and Y. But I was deliberately trying to make sure I was cool with myself. From the time it's been good,
it is, like, I don't think I don't think that was the case for me, you know. I feel it's still something I'm learning now. Just like in terms of looking after myself, just like stuff like skincare, beard kits. Do you get what I'm saying? Oods, all of that. Do you know what I mean? Just
please, if you're going, please bring back.
Just send us a list or something. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, bro, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, even gym, when you start piecing things together, your health, whatever, and you look in the mirror, you're like, yeah, man, it's making sense. You know what I mean?
You just smile.
You're looking after yourself. You're looking after your physical appearance, your internal, most importantly, and you just spending time with yourself. Why won't you enjoy yourself, bro? Then you have. Even if you want to get a girl, whatever, down the line, then you have a base to give to somebody else. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not just, oh my gosh, I need someone. If you need constantly need someone to make you.
No, man. Like, my main thing
doesn't make any sense.
I think about this all the time. Like, you're talking, we're talking. Everyone has an ideal girl or ideal guy. Are you that person? Are you that person? Not even that person's ideal, but are you the person?
What's an ideal you, basically? Kind of like.
I've rapped it already.
That's okay. It's okay.
I get your gist.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but let me just die down because that's not how I used to say it. But essentially, like, cool. If I say I want a girl who's this, and that, yeah, am I able? I forgot what I'm saying.
I know. You're like, are you
guys bit upset, fam?
are you this and that basically as well? Like, are you that kind of person that's founded in themselves? Are you that person that's kind of secure? Yeah, nah,
I'm so annoyed because I actually say this so regularly. I don't know why it's out of my head right now.
But I think I kind of get the
I think I know what you want to say, but when it comes,
to articulate it, it's a bit difficult. But are you that kind of person that's what's it called? Are you basically providing what you are asking to be provided for?
Hallelujah.
Basically,
my thing is, am I the girl for that guy?
Yeah. Are you?
You see how the mothers just graduate? They go up. You see?
And this has been the Still Changing podcast.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I take two.
You know that meme, yeah? You know that meme with the brother? He had that cigarette, he smoked it like...
We'll try to find it.
The way he's at this moment in time, I did that in my head internally, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro.
But yeah, am I the guy for that girl? So all these ideal things you're saying, you want to be this, what is that? She has to be fly, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you the guy for her? Are you the girl for him?
And you know why it's so funny? It's basically kind of about what Pastor was talking about last week in terms of like how tall you grow, but also about your roots. So essentially, kind of basically the sermon was basically about how your roots is basically the most important thing, because that one, it gives you the nutrients, etc., and it allows you to actually grow. If you don't have roots, you, like as a tree, you just can't grow. Do you get what I'm saying? So essentially, it's the whole thing of like, if you have the roots in yourself, in the sense of, cool, this is how I know how to love myself. This is how I know how to love other people. This is how I take care of myself, etc., etc. Then it becomes slightly easier for you to then cater to someone else and love someone else. But I say the word slightly because everybody loves differently and everybody wants love in different ways. So how you want to love yourself is not necessarily how that person wants their wants love to be received. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but it's very much so that, I don't know, just even understanding that love is very, very much so sacrificial. So you're going to sacrifice maybe how you would like someone else to be loved for the way they would want to be loved, if that makes if I'm explaining it correctly. But yeah, at the end of the day, like what just kind of tying it all back, it's all about roots. Like loving yourself then allows you, and having the roots founded makes it a lot easier for you to have them trees and branches to now drop the fruits into other people's baskets.
Why is there no to them in there, bro? Please the flow.
Please,
man.
You're now locked in to Still Changing podcast.
The reading one is interesting though, because like even obviously is kind of, are we coming up to Black History Month, or was it this month? Is it October?
It's October in like America.
Right?
I think it's like February in the UK.
It's kind of two, which we'd actually deserve. Thank you very much.
We don't deserve any. Like that's.
Okay.
America might be the opposite.
What? Sorry, we don't deserve.
We don't.
I know what you're trying to say.
We shouldn't have one in the first place. Do you get what I'm saying?
It shouldn't have to be like
Black History should be 24s.
Screaming.
Black History Month should be 24s.
Yeah, obviously.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Bruv, give us our flowers small, innit?
Yeah, nah, I hear it.
I don't know about you anymore, you know. What's that?
Man. Bruv, I'm more of an advocate for you.
Love yourself.
I'm more of an advocate for you.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm more an advocate for Black History than you. You just said, it should be a couple more times in a year. I'm saying it should be 12 months.
You're saying we shouldn't have a month.
No,
exactly.
No, but you shouldn't have a month throughout the year.
Exactly. That's
bro,
what I'm saying.
my thing, you're saying we should scrap Black History Month. That's all I'm hearing. Sam Cinco says scrap Black History.
Yes.
Well, anyway, Kappa disagrees in it, as I said. But going back to the point anyway about reading, like I've actually been a bit interested as well. Like even post Queen Elizabeth's death, there was so much talk from like the Black community, I'm trying to say, about it, and like a lot of different narratives and like around that, and just around history in general, like of ourselves, or something I was mad interested in. Do you know what I'm saying? Reading a bit more, watching stuff and all, because I know bro, you know, like Akin will just come up with some mad facts about Nigeria or about this war, that war.
He loves his history and
I'm trying to
politics,
say. So
brother.
that's something I want to learn more as well, because in the same way we've done that, we've spoken before about like things we want to give to our kids and all that kind of stuff. There, like I actually want to know like where I come from, what it means, how the whole thing was formed, like country, because like even bits and pieces that I'm hearing now about how like Nigeria was actually just a lot of different tribes and culture. They just kind of just slammed into one and just kind of encircled it, said, yeah, you guys are here. And everyone was like, what? Like, bro, I'm not even from it, do you know what I mean? So just things like that, I think it's interesting as well, that I kind of actually want to plan. But yeah, that one there, I don't even know how I'm going to get that started. How did you start learning about that stuff? Did you just watch it?
No, like I feel like obviously history, I've always kind of liked it, innit? And just YouTube, bro. Just hella clips.
That's the thing.
Like little documentaries here, just like researching. Maybe you see an article where you're just reading it. Like you just type a question. Like if you're curious about something, you type it in Google and you just see something.
That's actually the thing, because I think what's it called? You kind of like different people digest things in different ways, innit? But I think YouTube is probably one of the most digestible ones, because it makes it fun. Sometimes it makes it interactive. Like it's just something, bruv, you can watch it whilst you're eating. You can watch it anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why sometimes history is actually like that whole King Leopold guy. Like I watched a couple videos. King Leopold II of Belgium. He was the one that just mashed up Congo still.
Okay. I was trying to tap in. I didn't really know where we were going, but
so that's why all Belgium and that, I mean Congo and that, all speak French and stuff like that.
Understood. Okay.
But in terms of bro, I watched a couple videos on G still, like, because bro, he did
madness still.
Yeah, he did a madness.
It was like some. It was like genocide kind of things as well. So
bro, it was basically a genocide.
Is there a name for it? Is there like a name for it?
I don't think there's a name for it, but I know, bro, like 16 million people died.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I knew there was one stat or something that, cause I've heard about it before.
It was crazy, and it was all like, it basically all amassed from what them man had a rainforest that made like, that was used for like tires or something, like rubber. I think it generated rubber or something. And it was just mad.
And no one talks about it, you know. No one talks about 16. Hey, bruv, if I speak, bruv.
Just stuff like that, bro. What they did was actually crazy. Like I remember they sent someone over. I think he was a British lad, and what do you call it? They made him seem like a god. They made him seem like a god. So when he had like an electrical thing in his hand, and when they shook his hand, like it electrocuted the person whose hand they were shaking. So it made him seem like he was super strong. And then he must have shot someone, but the bullet didn't go off, and then he took off his shoe, and then he poured out the gunpowder, and then they thought, oh my days, this guy's something special. Do you get what I'm saying? But obviously they didn't know. Do you get what I'm saying? That's so then they kind of like made an agreement. Oh my days, there was a group of people that King Leopold had G's for, like that was basically his gang in Congo, innit? So them man were kind of controlled the slaves who took who got all the tires, the rubber tires and that from the rainforest. And if they didn't get a specific amount, the fathers can get castrated, the sons can get castrated.
Cut off your hand.
Yeah, they cut off your hand.
I heard about this as well. Yeah, people getting their limbs. The women get abused. That kind of thing.
What's it called? Their children can die. There was even one they got so desensitized. The soldiers got so desensitized that they used to like kind of laugh and joke about whose punishments were more gruesome. So sometimes it'll be like, oh, like I took out guys' intestines today. What did you do? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Man.
Because it was really just a game to them. But very much so. Like even reading stuff like that, you kind of you now understand why this is like this.
Yeah,
and why
100%. I feel like that's all it's. Well, at least that was a lot of my aim with it as well. That like, let me even understand how things are. The enemy is a liar.
Big liar.
The enemy is a liar. Anyways, as I was saying, that's my aim with it. I just want to see. I'm just gonna keep things short and sweet now, because the longer thing.
I feel like it's like what you're doing. Like it's so like all of us are doing. It's so important. That knowledge thing, like we actually can't be ignorant to what's going on in this life or be oblivious.
Particularly of our race.
But even that. On top of that, even like remember even in one of the modules when we were learning about the Palestine thing,
Yeah.
But no, me, Chris Brown, walked in here. You might have to leave a name out if it's that deep. But no, walked into the thing. You're thinking, rah, like we don't even know too much about it. By the time we're finished with it, we're like, rah, this is deep, you know.
So the module
Mad
was
deep.
on the conflict between Israel and Palestine.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, so it was essentially, basically, you know how like with uni there's obviously longer modules and shorter in it. So like depends. Some use. Did you have cats?
He didn't go uni.
Oh yeah, you didn't. Oh yeah. Yes. So they're essentially like I'm trying to make it. What's that? What do they call it in like America? Like credits. Let's just say
credits.
credits.
You need a certain number.
Yeah. So you need there's certain modules that will be for an it was 30 cats. So that will be for the whole year.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And then there'll be some that's 15s, which will be like just term by term in it. So once you finish one term, so September to December, it'll be finished. Then you have to do another 15. So obviously, third year, you picked a couple 30s. You need to kind of fill 15s here and there, sort of thing, in it. So we're now looking. Oh, does this make sense? Does that make sense? We just saw Israel Palestine. I don't know who's on. Was it you? Or was it?
I don't know, bro.
I don't actually remember how we ended up saying we're gonna do it, but I just think someone was like, yeah, like it seems calm. Well, I think it was one of the things that was like everything else was looking way too long. So like, cool, let's just do that. But yeah, interesting as you said, because you walk in thinking like, bro, I just kind of want to just get the 200.
People are clued up, boy, as well,
bro. Because you obviously like in the same way that like imagine they did a case in point if they did a 15 cat on like Nigerian history, I'm there. Because do you know what I'm saying? So there was obviously a lot of Jewish people, a lot of people that were maybe Palestinian as well, coming from that sort of area of the world that were very much like fam. Do you know what I'm trying to say about it? Or even just people that are just allies of different sides as well that are like fam. Do you know what I'm saying? They're well,
I want to know more,
bro. And even I want to know more, and I want to also like write because some things that like taking a bit whatever, but depends. Certain people, academically, they don't just do it. Like this is it for them. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like dissertations, all these things. That's their bag. Like they actually
want to get stuff published and
published. They want to write. They want to actually change thinking and that. So those kind of modules like that, even though it was kind of short, for certain man, that's even their route to like, cool, I'm actually gonna go for this further, a master's or a PhD and that. Do you know what I mean? So but it's interesting, man, interesting. So this Black History Month, I think just a kind of encouragement to everyone really to kind of just try and do something a bit different to just learn it, like actually try and take it for what it is. About us, about race, about where you're from. If you, even if you're not necessarily black, learning about a certain part of the culture in it that's not Drake and 50 Cent, bro.
Do you know what it is? That's even funny because I was meant to be reading a book for book club, but it ain't been on in a minute. Do you? Chris won't know. Do you know the female leader of the Black Panther? Like she was an old one. I don't even remember her name.
Something Shakur.
Nah.
How was that? Was she not a Black Panther? Sorry.
Oh, I know. The one with the afro that she was, I think,
So laugh again then. Go on.
Oh, the one with a big afro.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. It's like a taste of Black Power. I think her book is.
Man, try to drop it. You didn't even know the name, bro.
What?
You didn't even know the people in the party.
Yeah, but
Elaine Brown, you don't know.
You Shakur, fam.
Huh?
You Shakur.
Tupac Shakur. Do you know him? Do you know Tupac?
I'm talking about Black Panthers, and you're talking about Tupac Shakur.
That's you now.
Talking about Black Panther.
Goat, bro. What are you talking about? She was a Black Panther. Is my point.
Huh?
Go. One of your things.
I can't lie. I'm so wait. So she's Gara, a Black Panther.
No, she was devil connect to it in some way.
So she's Gara. Search it right now.
Please, sir. Obviously, we have Benga.
Because I think even the name comes from somewhere.
What?
I don't know. Tupac Shakur. She named him after something. I don't know.
Shakur, member of the Black Panther.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why you're scratching. It wasn't a relevant person, though.
But it wasn't. You said a female. God bless the two of you. You bless yourself, but God bless the two of you. A female person. But anyways, run with it.
But like even that, like learning about that. Man. To be honest, I don't really know a lot about the Black Panthers. Like,
have you seen what was
Judas and the Black Messiah?
Thank you. Have you seen
Daniel Kaluuya? My guy.
Definitely a good film to watch to sort of get those gears.
Yeah, man,
going.
proper man.
Very good film.
I can't lie, CIA got them down. FBI got them down, man.
It was about the Black Panthers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Fred Hampton.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I might tap in. I might.
No,
tap
it was
into
good,
that
man.
still.
Yeah, I like a good
Yeah,
film
man.
as well. That
So
was,
sad,
it was
man.
well done. It was well done.
No, but
See when black people try to come together, we want to break it down, man. It's sad, man. It's sad, man.
yeah, even just learning stuff about that, just learning stuff about history.
Yeah.
It's even just nice to talk about sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
100, bro.
Something a
Big
bit, as I said,
time.
you know, we're getting a bit older. It's not everyday football
Brother,
and football
I think,
and
fam, even in our uni crib third year, me and Chris Tolly, bro, standing in the kitchen for time, just talking, bro.
Yeah, no, we
Just
spoke quite a bit. Spoke quite. Because
Aye.
I remember, I think it was after. It wasn't specifically on black topics, but I think it was after the. What was it? No, yeah, it was. That guy went into that guy that drove like across the state. Do you remember? And he just went into a supermarket like in a black area. And just started shooting up the place. And I was like, I remember, and even to your point about desensitization, like I actually got a bit like irate. I was like, fam, like, are you man being real? Like, imagine somebody driving from like Manny to like Lewisham Tesco just to blam up the place. Like, fam, it is brazy. Do you know what I'm saying? So we literally chopped up in the kitchen for hours.
Talking about,
because I was like, fam, like,
how can we make change?
yeah,
man?
like what's actually gonna get done? Because
yeah.
sometimes I feel like it's so easy. At least it was for me at a point to just think, oh, well, like that's just it. That's just life. Like, and that it can't be like that. Do you know what I mean? It can't be like that. But again, that's why I don't know. Like that's why there's people there to actually drive that thought, because somebody needs to. Well, we all. I don't even know. Like as I said, child, we're still growing, so don't come and chop us again.
Please.
In the comment.
No, don't do that. Don't come and chop us in a comment, because you can say what you want to say. At the end of the day, like like everyone's entitled to.
Oh
their
yeah,
opinion.
100%.
And bruv, if you don't like it, we don't care. Do you get what I'm saying?
I like that part.
We don't care.
Like, we don't care. Like, bro, do you get what I'm saying?
But yeah, like,
No, go on.
But yeah, just like fam, like yeah, just that there has to be changing and how, like, because it's so hard to think about something.
Thing is, the answer is always like, obviously we need to be the change from the inside out.
Yeah.
And that's like black people or people of color like being put into the system, to change it from the inside out.
Some people say they want to break the system. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's
Yeah,
always
different. Yeah,
It's always like
schools of
cool.
thought.
You can do both. Do you get what I'm saying? In certain to a certain degree. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you can do it in one way in terms of like going up and what's it called, being, I don't know, a member of parliament, being part of the chancellor. This Quasi-Quatting.
Yeah. It's you know, that his thing as well, yeah, like I just like I'm not necessarily 100% sure where I stand politically in terms of like left or right, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're black, please just do a great job, man. I actually want him to bang. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Do you know it is before, like, okay, cool. Before I actually go on to that next thing, yeah. I think what you were just saying about Kwasi, I think what I was trying to say is just like, fam, certain people, it's about being in the executive, in the prime minister's cabinet. Other people, it's about, bruv, like we need to make proper
you gotta play the game though. It's sad.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You have to play the game.
Like obviously I was saying I was telling Akin and Benga before, like you know, Capture. The Capture is it's a show on BBC iPlayer and stuff. Watch it, bro. You will enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
good stuff about that.
You will enjoy it. But the whole in season 2, it's about a politician, innit? Okay. And he's black, and I think he makes a statement, fam. As a black man, like, first of all, yes, you have to work twice as hard, but he can't be like the other politicians that mess up. That are caught in
scandals,
other relationships, different scandals, because he's already having to climb up a ladder twice as tall. Yeah. Now he's gonna have to climb up a ladder 4 times as tall, because them man are already in the chiz, but they still make it. Now he's in the chiz on top of being black. Now he's having to. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's crazy,
bro.
Like.
So it's like, bro, like even in a sense of black fam, we just like cool. Like Kwasi can be doing a good thing to a certain degree for certain people, but for like, in general, it's not necessarily a good thing for the nation, bruv. The pound is plummeting, etc., etc.
It's not looking good, bro.
It's not looking good
at all,
bruv. It's not looking good.
And the thing is, before you go on to your next point, I was even gonna say with that, like I remember talking to my dad around the like funeral of the Queen, yeah, and like I don't know if you there was a lot of different ceremonies in it, and one of them was like one where there was a lot of political heads of state that were in, I think it was, I don't know if it was Balmoral or Westminster, or whatever. But they were there, innit?
Yeah.
To commemorate the Queen, whatever. Charles was speaking, or King Charles, rather. And then there was obviously like, as I said, different heads of states, whatever, previous prime ministers, whatever. But the fact now that there was actually black people in the cabinet meant that those are the people in the room. So there's representation finally. So I think Kwasi, somebody else that's also black on the
cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Or the black lady.
Not she was there though. Kemi Badenoch was there though as well. But I think there was one other black person that was there. So I think maybe like 4, let's just say 4 to put a number on it, that was in the room out of everybody, which is crazy, but it's a start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like thinking about it, because me and my dad now chopping up like, fam, like my dad was like, the reason that I thought he thinks that's so good as well, just because, as I said, it's a start, and we now question, okay, cool, like why is it that black people aren't thinking politics? Because if you deep it, we're always thinking, cool, I'm trying to get back, so I'm gonna go corporate, or I'm creative, I want to do this, but you don't really hear a lot of like brothers actually on the thing of, I'm trying to be a politician, I want to be an MP.
I think it's a thing where it's like, because obviously I can't speak for every black person, like black people, we're not all in the same situation, but especially like in like the private areas where there may be some black people in London, for example, the systems, we've always been against the grain. There's always been issues in the system, whether it be police, whatever it may be, like, so it might be like, all right, like going into the system to make that change it might be alien, because it's the system we've been fighting. So now you want to join it. It's like, bro, like, why do you think black man that join police? You're like, what? Do you know what I mean? But even though they might have good reason to do that, cool, I'm actually trying to change how we police the area type thing. But you're looking at them like, what? But why? Do you know what I'm saying? So
it's always, I think it's always about the bigger picture, innit? Yeah. So understanding that, fam, like short-term loss, long-term gain. Yeah. So in the sense of, fam, like, yes, it may even, I think the police one is a bit more specific, because that one is a bit more let's say it's a bit more scrutinized
community as well.
If you're an ethnic and you're in the police. But when it comes to politician, I don't think it's as scrutinized, because I feel like people are still slightly beginning to understand a bit more now that, cool, we kind of need these people there.
We do.
But I think even in politics, a lot of the time, if you deep it, most of these man, politics is their second bag as well, if we're being real. Especially like in stuff like the House of Lords, more time it's their second bag.
You start from the Lord, but obviously Parliament.
Yeah, but it's even sometimes it's their second bag, unless they're some of them do other stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? Like other investments or whatever. Really? But it's just
shouldn't you're an MP, like shouldn't that be your daily bread? Do you know what I mean?
Nah, sometimes it can vary, because but yeah, these man, the thing is, at the end of the day though, what's it called? We just need to prioritize it, and it's not bad to get into.
But look at it like this year. Another reason I think it's important. Let's say black people, I think it's either the UK or London, make up 3%. Brother, you already, how do I word this? In issues like, let's say, racial issues with discrimination, where other people may not see it, you're already fighting against the grain in it. So for you to, all right, I'm not representing, but like, I'm black myself, I'm part of a 3% team. I'm trying to appeal. Politics is not just worrying about the 3%. The other 97%. So what do you have for them type thing? So where your view might not align with theirs, it's already tough for you. It's already tough for you, especially today, fam. It's tough.
But my point is still just that, like,
at least try.
Yeah, like, and I don't know. I just feel like it just needs to be maybe encouraged at a younger age as well. That like, alright, cool, like
this is
or just like like what is this? Because we know you'll see Prime Minister, okay, cool, at like a lower level, council, local council, government, MP, like come to schools and just be like, like this is what I do. This is what I do every day. Because really and truly, when I was mad young, younger, you don't know. Obviously, you won't know a lot of roles in it, but you'll just know. Cool, I think doctor, lawyer, you cool banker, footballer, But okay, cool, like Prime Minister, okay, MP, okay, local council. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think it's due. No, sorry, bro. Go on.
No, go.
I think it's due to change though, because like if you actually look at the cabinet and stuff, or high positions in government, it's a pipeline, bro. Yeah. Eton. Oxbridge, all of that. But now you're seeing, schools like Brampton and that, there's a lot of people from ethnic minorities that actually get into these places. So I feel like we'll definitely see it in the next coming decade. You'll definitely
but
see it.
It's a thing of at least even
the ambition.
Yes, but also cool. The pipeline, as you said, is there. But if you didn't know about the pipeline early enough, you might have missed it.